Pakistan has over 80,000 tech companies, but very few that can scale beyond a few $1 million in revenue. Why don't we have billion-dollar tech companies like India or even mid-sized players like Indonesia? The answer lies in what we're not doing: mergers, acquisitions, and long-term institutional buyouts. Hi, I'm Sadia, and in this video, we're breaking down Mutaya Khan's Business and Finance article on why Pakistan's tech and business ecosystem struggles to scale, and why the country's M&A landscape remains underdeveloped despite years of growth in startups and services. Pakistan is a country of 240 million people. Yet, outside of commercial banks and state-backed oil and gas sector, there are barely any companies with billion-dollar revenues. Even in tech, a sector that has brought in over $18 billion in exports over the last decade, there are very few firms doing even $50 million a year. According to the SPP, more than 80% of tech exporters can earn $0.1 million annually, and over 90% export less than $0.5 million. That isn't just about export companies. Companies focused on the domestic market, from retail to food, struggle to break scale as well. Part of this is tied to Pakistan's shrinking purchasing power. And that's only part of the story. The real issue is Pakistan's hesitation with inorganic growth, especially mergers and acquisitions. How many major M&A deals can you name in recent years? The numbers are really low. According to Data Darbar's 2024 report, there have been just 38 M&A deals in the tech sector over 5 years. Compare that to even a single year in India or South Asia in general, and the difference is stark. M&A activity peaked in 2022 when venture capital was flowing. That year, Cloudways was acquired by DigitalOcean for $350 million, the biggest exit ever for a Pakistani-founded company. Others include Bagalri acquiring eMerce.com, Tez getting bought by ZoodPay, and Alibaba's buyout of Daraz back in 2018. But that optimism didn't last. By 2024, startup funding fell to just $22.5 million, its lowest since 2018. With venture money drying up, M&A shifted from expansion to survival. The deals we now see are more about consolidation or soft exits than scale. A closer look at the 38 M&A deals show that 25 were cross-border, mostly foreign companies acquiring Pakistani startups or service firms acquiring small players abroad. But in 2024, 4 out of 5 deals were local, showing that Pakistani firms are now consolidating inwards. Still, most deals involved service companies, not products. So one company in particular, 10 Pearls, stands out. It made over a dozen acquisitions globally and is building a tech service giant out of Pakistan. Product-based startups, on the other hand, are harder to sell. Their high valuation during the funding boom now make them difficult acquisitions. There's one crucial piece missing from Pakistan's M&A story: institutional buyers. In countries like the US, UK, and India, banks, telecom companies, and private equity firms regularly acquire startups to gain tech, talent, or distribution. In Pakistan, large conglomerates and banks rarely acquire startups, despite having the money to do so. They often cite regulatory risk, internal resistance, or lack of integration capability. This leads to a bottleneck. Founders can't exit, investors can't recycle capital, and new startup activity slows down. Pakistan's startup scene doesn't just need more funding, it needs an exit culture. Without big buyers and bold acquisitions, companies won't scale, and talent won't stay. That's it for today. Subscribe for more explainers on business and tech and the economy. And tell us in the comments, what would make Pakistan's tech ecosystem scale?